Hello everybody, welcome to another edition of the Secret Rare NPC, or in this case, Champions You Face Off Against series. This episode is focused on various different types of, well, mashup champions or MODOK experiment champions, some of which are on screen right now. So what's the story behind this? Well, if you go back as far as 2016, there was an event called MODOK Mo Problems. There was problems. And as you can see, those particular problems were mashup champions. These were effectively broken champions which MODOK helped put back together again. His little experiments gone wild. There's also a few kind of like question marks around certain characters, whether or not they actually fall into this particular cadence or this backstory, like Gwynmaster, who is kind of a shmush in any case, you know, being a combined champion as she is, and being a pain in the butt, obviously being in Act 7, Chapter 2, Quest 6 as a boss. But look, at this particular stage, rather than hypothesizing this, it is definitely a bit of a weird one, but an interesting weird one that is sort of in this, but I probably go with no, she's not. One of the first champions that did appear in MODOK Mo Problems, and that is Battlegrounds the Accuser. As said here, Battlegrounds the Accuser is a combination of Black Bolt and Ronan. As such, his moveset is a combination of Black Bolt's moveset and Ronan's moveset as well. Now, before all this seems a bit weird, like Marvel have done this for a long time. This isn't just Kabam, but it was interesting to note that you could combine two kind of characters, maybe from a look perspective, and repackage them. In conversation with Gabriel Fazera, who was part of the team that brought this to light, or brought this into the game, so to speak, apparently it was easy to create these mock-ups because essentially what you're doing is you're not making any kind of changes to the model. You're like basically putting like a skin over the top of Wolverine and calling it, I don't know, Silverine, Siverine even, which actually was something that was in game. But as I said, Marvel have done this from the past, in the past, and I'm sure they'll do this in the future. Whether or not you got the likes of Wolverine Weapon H, or sorry, Hulk Weapon H, whatever you want to call it, where Hulk retains the abilities of Wolverine added to his already annoying Gamma state. Also, Juggerduck. I didn't know about this, and I really don't want to see this in MCOC. Gwenpool, of course, was one of these particular characters. Venom is actually a character I'd love to see come into game. Storm Thor, because why not? And Captain America Punisher. So yes, continuing on the coverage, as we said, Siverine, because Cyclops and Wolverine, that particular combination. Combination of Wolverine and Cyclops, as such as moveset, is a combination of Wolverine's moveset and Cyclops' movesets. So whether or not there was an SP1 one way and SP2 the other, it did leave you that kind of like, you know, you've got to adapt quickly to these particular situations. Electro Luke is another one, as he has, you know, he is Luke Cage. And he has Electro's movesets as well in a combination. Frank Strange, a combination of Frank Castle and Doctor Strange, because that's a wicked moveset in itself. Spider Witch, which is a combination of Spider-Gwen and Scarlet Witch Classic. And the moveset's combination, of course, of both the Spider-Gwen and Scarlet Witch Classic movesets. Wow, if you get clipped by an SP2, I'm sure she's not going to go up and come down. She's going to hit you with some sort of chaos-based blast. Star Kang, a combination of Star-Lord and Kang the Conqueror. These, of course, are images down here that were used for the particular, you know, just profile images. And finally, Unstoppable Ant. Now, there is a bit of a nod that this was in Return of the Micro Realm event, the Unstoppable Ant. But do bear in mind, this was part also of the MODOK Mo Problems event as well. Juggernaut and Ant-Man together. If I remember rightly, I think it was Ant-Man, no, Unstoppable Colossus, not Unstoppable Colossus, Juggernaut, silly me, Juggernaut actually goes down to a very small form. I could be wrong, or I might be right with that one. Yes, I am right. Did you just see that? I'll replay it again. Yes, indeed. Ant-Man goes, and the Juggernaut goes very, very small. That is hilarious. It just brings back all these old memories. I think it just made me laugh every time I used to play this, because this was This was old. This is, what, 2016? Yeah, it's a long time ago. But funnily enough, there was also another event. This one was called MODOK's Hotel, and indeed featured new types of experiments that MODOK had done. And you can see one of them on screen. Punishing Angel. Hotel MODOK as an event returned back a year and a bit later, when it was March 2016 when we had the first MODOK type event. This one was back towards the latter point of 2017, I think it was December 2017, and did feature some more of these particular experimentations, including Punishing Angel, as we mentioned, which of course has a combination of Angela and Punisher movesets, which of course firing that weapon I think she did off the SP1 was a little bit annoying, but you know, it is what it is when it comes to that particular character. Some of these various characters did make an appearance again in Act 7 as bosses very early on. Actually, no, I think it was 7.1.6 if my memory serves me correctly. Gwemperian was one of those particular characters with a combination of Gwempel and Hyperion movesets. Of course, that's in the name of it, retaining a cosmic classification. We also had Ice Phoenix as well as a character. Combination of Dark Phoenix and Iceman. A little bit of hot and a little bit cold at the same time. A winning combination, of course. We also had Night Carnage, which was a combination of Carnage and Nightcrawler, of course. We had Superior Fist as well, which is a combination of Superior Iron Man and Iron Fist. And finally we had Voodoo Skull. Ghost Rider and Dr. Voodoo combination, a really mystic affair with this one. Some of the other characters did appear a little bit in Howard and Hyperion's Holiday Hijinks, but at the end of the day, it is all about those MODOK starters, whether or not it's in Mo Problems or it's in Hotel MODOK. It's really cool to see these characters. Will we ever see them again? Well, we haven't seen them in many years. In fact, I think it's been well over 6 years since we last saw these characters. Will we see them again? I don't know. But I think Kabam went a bit heavy with them in the space of a year or 12 months, or just over 12 months. So seeing them like straight away or kind of like in the future, it's difficult to say. I think maybe one day we'll have a nostalgic trip down memory lane. But until then, I don't think it's possible. But only time will tell. That indeed has been another edition of the Secret and Rare NPC or Random Champions you don't know about or Unplayable Champions series, which you can check out. There's a playlist on the channel. And yeah, check out some other content located on screen, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Have a great day and bye-bye.